it's Deja and Di-V, and welcome back to Squared. We are your Saturdays here on Squared, and for this week's video we are going to be sharing with all of you guys some of our worst accidents. Yes, so if you guys enjoy this video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up and subscribe down below, and of course comment down below some of the worst accidents you've ever been in, like either you broke your arm or you chipped a tooth or something like that. Something along the lines of that. But now let's get into the video. Hey, when we were younger, our family went camping a lot, so we basically had a lot of like memberships to campsites and everything. And one of them that we went to all the time, we were staying at, and it was at nighttime, and we had just got there, so our family was like situating everything, and me and Di-V had our bikes. So we decided, there was this little area where it was like a circle, so we decided to go biking like around that area. Basically what happened, long story short, no I'm just kidding, but for some reason I was like going really fast and I didn't brake fast enough. And I didn't know that if you like, you're riding your bike like really fast and then you like brake out of nowhere, like that this could happen. But basically I was biking really fast, and I realized that I was gonna crash like into everything that was over there if I didn't brake fast enough, so I like braked like really fast. But when I did, I guess there was like a rock or something like that, so her and her bike flipped over, and I don't even remember how it was being in the air. All I know is I like braked, bike flipped over, I'm in the air, and the next thing you know I'm on the ground, and then my mom is like screaming, yelling towards me and running, and I basically was like crying. I didn't know why, like, cause I thought, oh, I didn't get hurt, I maybe just like fell and that's why my body's hurting. So then she ran me to like one of the bathrooms of the campsite, cause we couldn't go in the RV, there were so many people in there. And so we went to the campsite bathroom, and she was rinsing my hand, and I didn't know why. And I looked down, and like my entire, like this finger, like it was completely bloody and really nasty looking, and this finger was a little bit too, and I was just looking like, what happened, you know, like I don't understand.
Deja's actually really lucky because she didn't get as hurt as most people do when their bikes flip over.
So basically the next morning what happened is my nail fell off, and it was basically like underneath, it was like this green stuff, and it was really like veiny,
really pussy.
Yeah, it was really gross. Sorry. Don't watch this while you're eating. But yeah, and then over here my skin was ripped off of this finger, and then like a little bit of skin off this one, but for the most part it was just this one, the nail ripped off, and a lot of the skin. And at first I thought to myself, OMG, like I guess I'm not gonna have a nail there, and I don't really know.
But eventually,
yeah, eventually it healed, but it took a really long time. It took a really long time for it to, like, for the skin to grow back first and then for the nail. But I'm really glad that, you know, nothing else happened.
I'm glad too.
Yeah.
So happy.
I remember when I got back to school, everyone like wanted to know what happened, because when I got back to school, I didn't have a nail. Yeah. It was just the skin.
Now, time for my story. So this is the one that we mentioned in our, what video?
Never Have I Ever?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure, but we mentioned
it, and a lot of you guys said that you guys wanted to, 15 facts about us, I think it was that one, and a lot of you guys said that you wanted to hear about it. So, this is the time that a glass table went through my head. So, basically, in our living room, we very much still have that glass table till today. We have this glass table. It might have been seen in some of our videos, like on our main channel or this channel. I'm not really sure though. But, and it starts, I wasn't extremely young. I have a nephew, and he came over. And we're really close in age with him, so it's more like he's our brother rather than he's our nephew. But, so he had this, like, baseball or whatever. And he kept, like, throwing it in the living room and blah, 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 blah. And, when he was throwing it, I didn't want him getting in trouble by our mom or anything, because I said, I know if he, like, hits a TV or he hits something and breaks something, he's gonna get in trouble. So I was like, oh, okay, like, I was telling him don't throw the ball, don't throw the ball, but he was really little at the time, so he wasn't really paying attention to what I was saying. So then he threw the ball, and it was going to hit, I don't know what it was going to hit, but I knew that I needed to stop the ball from getting there. So I like jumped in the way to go grab the ball, and when I did, I noticed I was stuck. Like, I didn't know where I was stuck. I didn't know it was from my head. I didn't know that my head was stuck in the table.
I was staring because I was there, and I was just looking like, oh my gosh, her head is in the table.
Well, the table's in my head.
Yeah.
Went like this, and I felt that the glass table was in my head, and I was looking like, oh my gosh, the table's in my head. So I was like,
weird though, because she didn't even freak out. She just goes,
and I went like that, and I pulled it out, and the thing is, the table wasn't even that sharp. Like, if you look at our table now, it's pretty dull. Of course, if you hit your head on it, it might crack your head.
It might crack it or something.
But with me, like, I guess we were really young at the time, so I guess my skull wasn't as developed as it is now, so having it go like that, it probably just went straight through. But so basically, it was really deep in my head. I'm surprised I don't have brain damage. Who knows though? And so after I went like this to take it out, I was just like, and I walked back to our room, and I was holding my head like this, and I'm just walking. I was like swaying back and forth because I was losing blood, and I'm just going like, but I kept thinking, really I'm gonna get in trouble. I'm gonna get in trouble. My mom's gonna be mad. So I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. I need to go hide. So I went in our room, and I went to go hide, and I still had that stupid baseball in my hand, and I was in the room going like, and I was just on the bed.
I was freaking out, and like whenever when I don't know, Di-V and I were very, I don't know, like our nose, like Di-V, the first time she ever got a nosebleed, we completely freaked out. And we started crying and saying, she's dying, because I don't know, I don't know, but we freak out over like everything.
Yeah.
So she stitched her up and everything, and she made sure it wasn't deep and everything like that.
And we never went to the hospital.
But she fixed it.
But so now I just have, I believe
it's just a little scar.
It's on this side of my head, right? Yeah. It's like
right here.
Teeny tiny scar. And a lot of people like always think that I have a pimple or something. It is not a pimple.
It's just a scar.
It's a scar.
Yeah.
Like you can see.
The hole was a lot bigger, but it
got small over time. Thanks for watching.
We really hope you guys enjoyed hearing our stories. And if you did, remember to give this video a big thumbs up, and also check out our main channel.
Yes, if you guys would like to see yesterday's video, be sure to click right over there. If you would like to see more of us on Squared, click right up there. And if you would like to subscribe to the Squared channel, be sure to click right over here.
Yes, we will see you guys next time.
Bye!